Right, let's go. Welcome to EPHG Limited. My name is Martin Smith and I'm the Director of EPHG Limited. Think outside the box but always stay within the circle. Today we are going to be talking about the Activalve, which is a valve like no other on the market today. But before I talk about the valve, I want to mention a bit about our company. EPHG Limited is a national company based near Manchester. The types of work EPHG Limited take on are all or mostly emergency work in electrical, plumbing, heating and gas. We even know how to make the kettle work and make a great cup of tea for the client. The main aim of EPHG Limited is to the most efficient emergency service in the UK, saving on the cost to the client's damage to their home and making sure we do our best to keep the customer happy knowing they did the right thing in using our company. EPHG is all about moving onwards and upwards, which means we use the best of technology in order to make sure the client is getting the best service that EPHG can bring to them. If you like the video you are watching today and would like to follow us on social media, then the links are at the bottom of the website. You can like our page, you can join our groups. If you're in the industry, you are also welcome to friend me. Most important, stay tuned. The stop valve as I know it was designed in 1887 and in most houses today you will still find them. Just like any other plumbing materials, it wasn't until the late 1990s that we started getting really inventive. I personally put this down to the internet and the structure that pulls us together, helping us to move onwards and upwards. In the last year or so, I've seen some really great products, but like no other year, we've also seen a massive incentive to become a group. The question on all your minds today is, so why the reason for the Activalve? Aren't there valves out there that are good enough to already, and what difference will this make in our lives of plumbing today? At the moment we have stop valves that we turn off manually. Many times clients are usually how to turn them off or if they are in the off position. We also have many other stop valves that can be fitted under mains water pressure. We have electric stop valves. We have stop valves that can be operated from switch, but we don't have one quite like the Activalve. What I would like to mention to many engineers and clients watching this either live or on my website: can you identify a stop valve? Are you able to turn them off with confidence? Would you know which way to turn them? Can you turn them off within a second or so? The most likely answer to these are no, I can't, which leads to the next question, that is there anything out there that can be used in these instances, and the answer to this is yes. Just below I show you the latest stop valve out on the market. I would like to explain some real life stories from clients of ours. Many times I get 50% of my clients that don't know where the stop valve is when they're in a panic with water pouring through the ceiling. Some clients shouting down the phone, some even crying and are very upset, but many asking advice on what to do. Like most of our clients calling, we explain, do you know where the stop valve is, followed by your stop valve is most likely under the sink. We could go on and on about finding your stop valve, but then this takes the limelight of what we are here today. Now here is what you've been waiting for. I am now ready to introduce the Activalve. This valve is a mains water stop valve by nature, but not only that, it is clearly stated in writing and by looks that it's a mains water stop valve, which takes away the question, is this my stop valve? Like most stop valves, this can be fitted in a very similar time. It has high visibility, you can turn it on with ease and turn it off by the press of a button, which is then instant. Just below the off button is the visibility to tell you if the mains water stop valve is on or off. But not only that, most burst pipes happen when you're at home is at its coldest, and what is extra special with this valve is that it turns off before the air surrounding it gets too cold, saving your home from flood. And what comes with the flood? Many valuables in your home ruined. Some you can replace and many others memorabilia that can't and irreplaceable. Maybe you're watching this video live today, or maybe you're not. If you're not watching this live, then the best place to watch it is on my website, as there's plenty more information about the valve you can look at, including a video made by Activalve. Today, with the tools I have, I'm going to go through how easy it is to take this valve apart and put it back together. Now, just before I go through the valve, I'm going to show you what not a stop valve. This is not a stop valve, it's a gate valve. This is an isolation valve and not a stop valve. Now this is a stop valve. The same with the smaller one. And other types of stop valves. Now, as I explained before, now this blue knob is what you can turn to the on position to let the water through, and simple as used, turning anti-clockwise, as also explained on the knob as well. Now there is where I've got it turned on, and it clearly explains it just here also that the water is on. Now if you need to turn it off, all you need to do is press this button. As simple as that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this apart and I'll explain how easy it is to fit. It doesn't help that I'm leaning over here, but in a lot of instances you're going to be like this in a similar situation when you're underneath a sink. Now we've got 4 main screws on the main plates there, which as soon as I disconnect them, that'll disconnect this. Now that's the plate, that's the valve. This could have been done while the valve was attached to the water pipe itself, so that shows how easy it is to tighten it up. Now also, if you notice here, there's a square-headed valve. Now to override this valve, we can get a pair of grips. And that's how easy it is. On, off. Simple as that. Now that's something you most likely don't want to be able to be doing at all, but if you ever need to have a go, then the option is always there. Now again, let's put the plate back on. That's one screw. That's the second screw. That's the third screw. That's the fourth screw. And all you do is hook that in there, push it to, and then you've got these two screws here. It does help when I'm using two hands. That's the first front screw in. You can tell I'm not used to these tools and never getting out to do the job anymore. Right, and that's the second screw. Basically as simple as that. Alright, I've got some frequently asked questions I've written down today for you, so I can also explain. Now, does the Activalve need power source? The answer to that is no. It's done by pressure. Will the water shut off when I'm at home? Now, it won't shut off unless if you're at home it's too cold. Chances are, if you're at home and it gets that cold, it's too cold for you to be in the house. So the answer to that is most likely not. Right. Will it stop freezing pipes from bursting? No, it doesn't stop the pipes from bursting, but what it does do, it'll prevent the damage if the pipe was to expand and burst open, meaning if it gets too cold for the pipes to burst, then the stop valve would have already turned itself off. Now, where does it go? Well, it can go underneath your sink. It can go anywhere that the incoming mains is coming into the house. It depends on the build itself, but you should know where most stop valves is. As I say, 50% of clients we deal with don't know where the stop valve is, but I'm sure as soon as you have a big box and it's got stop valve written on it, the client is more likely to notice it's a stop valve rather than look at it, never notice it, and don't make a note of it in any time short or the future. Do I need a plumber? Well, no, you don't need a plumber if you know what you're doing and doing it correctly. The only times that you need a plumber is, well, should I say, we recommend you having a plumber to fit it. What maintenance is required? Just like any stop valve that you have in the house, it is recommended that you do turn them on and off every while, due to limescale build up and very similar things like that. So I would say in this instance is, as long as you're turning the stop valve off at least once every 6 months, that should be absolutely fine. What approvals does it have? It comes with an UL and a RAS approved. What are the dimensions? Now, the dimensions of this, it's 150 millimeters high. That's from the bottom to the top. It's 89 mil from the front to the back, and it's 70 mil from the left side, or should I say from your right side to your left side. Can it be fitted horizontal pipe work and still be upright? The answer to that is yes. Is there an override? As I explained when I disconnected it before, yes, there is an override. You can disconnect the mains box to the valve and operate it with a pair of grips. What if you don't have an internal stop valve? Well, if you don't have an internal stop valve, simple, just get one fitted, and there's no better opportunity to get the valve that you're watching today have fitted. Where can I find a discount code for the Activalve if one exists? Right, at this time there's a discount code of 30% on my website on the Activalve page. It'll explain in more detail where to look for the valve and how to get the discount on the valve itself. This discount will apply up till Christmas, but if you're watching this video and it's gone Christmas, we'll be trying to get a new discount code in the future. So all I can say is just keep an eye on the page and see what we can do for you. If you're unsure where to find the link on the website to the Activalve, then visit the home page or the news articles page at www.ephg.limited. I am happy you've watched the video today, but also have a few added information I would like to mention about the website and what we have planned for the future. If you're interested in getting an interview about me as you're in the industry, then please send us an email. Maybe you have a new product that you would like to share with the world. Maybe you just have plenty of information you think is good for every to get to know, and if so, then get in touch. I can even just promote the product without you even being here. For the future going onwards and upwards, we are a fast growing national company protecting our clients' interest in their more vulnerable situations. We aim to make this time a time that helps them focus on what's more important, and that is their well-being. We also aim to make the engineer's job as easy as possible and most enjoyable to work alongside EPHG Limited. We aim to do this by the use of technology and by family atmosphere. That doesn't mean arguing, but it does mean it's the understanding to do better with all the best advice. We also want you to understand the meaning of the company EPHG and the brand saying of think outside the box but always stay within the circle. But most importantly, what the circle can do for you in another of our sayings onwards and upwards. For you to get a full understanding of us, what we're about, you will need to take great interest of the EPHG Limited website and changes that will be taking place over the coming months. All important links are at the footer of the website. This may be our last time you watch us in the video view, as know it from next week on the 17th of October we are moving across to a 360-degree video which puts in all your surroundings, means depending the angle of your phone, if you're watching it on your phone, you can look what's behind you, you can look what's to the side, you can look what's above you, you can look what's below you, as well as watching us live. That is the difference that we're going to be giving you. I think that's amazing new technology. So I would also like to say a big thank you for watching my video, and I hope you watch my next video next week.